This video, I want to share with you a website called Eduflow. So that's eduflow.com. Now, if you have used PeerGrade in the past, this is what PeerGrade is moving to. So the developers of PeerGrade have created a more substantial platform and will be getting rid of PeerGrade, but it will be migrating over to Eduflow. So let's go over an example right here of what Eduflow is and what it can do. So I'm able to create courses for students to join. And there are some templates as well as just an empty course, or I can copy an existing course as well. We'll go ahead and click the Get Started with Templates. And there's some different templates right here that I can choose from. But what I'm really looking for in this case as a demonstration purpose is for peer review. This is what PeerGrade would do. And I'm gonna go ahead and use this template right here. So what this has done right here is it has given me an assignment, or a flow as they call it, called peer review, which is basically the assignment. Okay, and in this flow, there are 3 steps that students will take. They will submit their work, and when they submit their work, this could be a file, it could be text that they type, it could be something from their Google Drive, it could be a video or an image as well. And then they will review work done by their peers. So they will look and be randomly assigned peers' submission and provide feedback based on a rubric that you set for them. And that can be anonymous by default, or you could turn it on so that they could see whose work they are reviewing. And you can also set how many reviews they must do before they're able to move on. And then finally, you can have them reflect on the feedback received, which is also a great component as well. Let's go ahead and look at the review work done by your peers section. And let's go ahead and edit this activity. So with this, you're given a default rubric to start off with. Just, you are given a default one. We'll get to it in a bit. The source for this work with this flow, it's already set up so that this is what's being reviewed right here. So there's not too much that you need to choose right here. The peer review settings, this is where I could see how many I want my students to review. So maybe I want them to only do 2, maybe I want them to do 3. I can allow them to do more than the minimum if I want. So maybe someone has a lot of extra time. Allocation settings, I would keep the smart allocation, and that's going to make sure that every student is going to get those reviews. And then here's where I can edit the rubric as needed. So the default one is mentioning something your classmate did well and can improve at, but I'm able to add some questions, some text, some scale, some yes or no type of questions, check marking, things like that. And I'm able to reuse those templates later if I like it and want to use it. Let's go back though and kind of see what this looks like in, let's see, I think, we'll see if it's this course. Nope, let me go back to the other one where I've done a little bit of testing. So on this assignment right here, I have given this to students, and I'm able to see by going to submit. I could see what submissions I have right here. And for these, I just did some basic text. So I have Clyde McFakerson and Spam DeGroat right here. So Clyde just said, hey, what up? And Spam decided to say, this is my story. So mention something that your classmate did well. Mention something that your classmate can improve at. So this is Clyde McFakerson to spam to Grote. So I'm able to see the feedback that was given right there. Here on Clyde McFakerson, I'm able to see, once it loads, I'm able to see his work and spam's comments to him. And if I had more comments, they would be down here from other students. And I would also be able to see how Clyde reflected on the feedback from spam. So it's a nice, easy way to kind of see some of those things, to see some of the flow right there. But I'm also able to do some other things, which gets, say, a little bit more complicated, but it works pretty well. So I can add some different content right here. So perhaps I want a link for students to go visit with some instructions or maybe some videos, things like that, and they can press the mark as complete when they're done and move on to the next thing. It's possible, like we just did, I need students to submit something such as a response or a video or some sort of answer, anything like that. I can just embed a video as well instead of linking out to a video. But here's the nice thing that I like is that I could start some discussion as well. So this can be used as kind of like a discussion forum. So I can let students post a topic and engage in discussions. So I can add kind of the discussion activity right here, anything that they would need to see. I haven't used this tags behavior, but that would kind of basically be a grouping strategy so that you can only have students who are grouped together respond. How do I know when a student's completed? Well, I could say that they must post at least one topic or two topics and post at least one comment or reply to the completed activity. I'm able to change those. And I can assign this specific one to a subset of students. So I could differentiate from that as well, or I could just make it only visible to the instructors at the moment, or that they can't get to this until they have done something else. So there's a lot of great things here. So I'd love to see you using this, especially when you're doing things like writing or you want students to communicate and collaborate with each other. This could be a great tool for that.